So we're continuing on the part from yesterday. Question 10. Compare the average speed of her journey before lunch and the average speed of her journey after lunch. So look, what did she do before lunch? Before lunch she did 200 kilometers in how fast?
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours, which turned out to be how fast?
80 kilometers an hour.
What? 80 kilometers an hour. Okay, and after lunch, which we're going to do in red, how much did she do after lunch?
She did
120 kilometers in?
in 3 hours. In 2 hours.
2 hours. 3 to 5, which is 60 kilometers per hour. So how does 80 kilometers per hour is faster than 60 kilometers an hour, yeah? So the first one was 200 divided by 2.5, which is 80. And the other one was 100 and, what was it?
25.
120 divided by 2 hours, which is 60 kilometers per hour. Anne's car uses 1 litre of petrol for every 20 kilometers travelled. Find the numbers of litres of petrol she used on the journey. How much distance did she travel again in total?
It was
320 kilometers.
20.
Yeah? So 320 divided by 20 kilometers, which is 16 litres. Everybody happy enough with that? This is how much petrol costs, yeah? Is that in euro?
No sense.
Cents. So let's compare it to euro. It would be 1.58. 5, wouldn't it? We're going to multiply that by?
16.
And what you get?
25.
25 euro?
Alright, 200 euro.
So,
You get 25.36.
1.585 multiplied by 16 equals 25.36. What page are we on here, guys?
13 of 23.
Sorry?
13 of 23.
13 of 23, yeah? Now, we're now on 14 of 23.
Wait, sir.
Yes.
Well, that question that you just did there, would it be okay if you left in sense because I didn't.
You'd usually bring it back to euro. So you divide by 100 to bring it back to euro.
The reason I didn't though is because it never asked for it.
I know, but money's always given in euro, usually never cent.
Okay, so it's fine if you do that way anyway.
I'd still bring it back to euro automatically.
No, I'm asking it's fine if you bring it to Europe.
Yes.
Okay.
Do the following. A is 2 and B is 4. 18 minus 16 is 2. Next one.
5, 2, 4.
5 multiplied by 2, the answer gets multiplied by 4. Huh?
40.
40. After that.
2 squared plus 6 multiplied by 2.
Okay, 4 plus 12 minus 7? 9. Everybody happy with that? Simplify the following.
6x squared.
2x squared plus 4x squared? 6x squared. 3x plus 6x? 4 minus 9? Minus 5. Multiply out. What you get? 12x plus 15. There's a minus 1 here. So minus what's inside the brackets?
3x.
Minus 3x
Plus 6.
plus 6. Minus times minus makes a plus. 12x minus 3x. 9x. 15 plus 6. 21. One after that. Multiply. 2a by a. 2a by 7. Minus 14a. 3 by a. 3a. 3 by minus 7.
Minus 21.
Okay, after that. 2a squared.
Minus 11.
Minus 11a, yeah?
Minus 1.
minus 21. Everybody right with that? Did you get that, Charlie?
Yeah. See, yeah.
Yeah. Great.
I sort of did something sort of stupid, where I see on A it says the values of A equals.
Oh, you didn't. You put it into
Yeah.
part C. Okay. Yeah. So you would have broke up there. So there would be a break in the question. Yeah. Solve this inequality. How'd you solve it again? 4x is less than anybody?
4x is less than 14 plus 6.
Which is
4x is less than 20.
20.
X is less than 5.
X is a smaller number than 5. Would 5 be in your answers? Has to be smaller than 5, not smaller than or equal to. So 5's not allowed. Is 4 allowed?
Yeah.
3 allowed?
Yeah.
2?
Yeah.
1?
Yeah.
0?
No.
Why is 0 not allowed?
It's natural numbers.
It's not a natural number. Natural numbers start from 1, 2, 3 upwards. Okay? Everybody right with that? How many people got that? Come on then. What were you, Kenny? No? Paul?
No.
Lauren? No. Okay guys. The following terms of common factors other than 1. What does a factor mean? How do you, I'll give you an example, okay? Imagine I said 12 and 3. Do 12 and 3 have common factors?
Yeah.
What's the common factor?
3.
3. So I could turn 12 into 3 multiplied by, and see the way 3 multiplied by 4, they both have what in it? They both have 3. So they both have common factors. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these up a little bit. Okay? So, write down the highest common factor of each of these terms. Okay? Break it up a little bit. This can be
It's 2b.
they all have b's, don't they? That's you can what I want you to do is work on them all. Factorize them all as much as you can. That's 2b into b minus 4. Would you agree with that? This one is 2 multiplied by.
2b.
This one's 6 multiplied by.
2b.
That's 2b multiplied by
2b.
2b. And that's 3a multiplied by 2b multiplied. So they all have, you can take out a 2 of every one of them, and you can also take out a b. 2b, 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 2b. So 2b is the answer for that.
Did you have to write all that out? You could
No, I just wanted to show you how I got it. How'd you factorize this?
It's 2x.
2x, because 7x plus 2x is 14x squared.
Minus 5.
Minus 5, because 7 times 5? 35. Okay. Now the next one, guys. Factorize factorize each part separately. What can you take out of the first two?
D.
D. D bracket.
5c minus f.
Yeah. Plus
E.
bracket.
5c minus f.
Now check if you're right. If you multiply it back out, what should happen?
It should equal to the original answer.
5cd df. E by c, 5c is 5ce. E by f is minus ef. Now there's one other step here. Anybody know it?
Oh, you have to, yeah, it's good.
D plus E bracket.
5c minus f.
Because if you multiply that back out, you'd get 5cd, you'd get minus df, you'd get 5ec, and then you'd get ef if you multiply it back out. How many people got that one?
The step?
Stage. I think
Sorry?
Do you mean just the step of the answer?
Yeah, full answer, the red line. Only one person, 2 people.
I didn't write down the last stage of it.
Okay, while we're here, This one here, anybody recognise it?
Square.
Yeah.
There's a rule called the difference of two squares.
X plus another number x minus.
So it's x, you see, if that turns into x plus y, x minus y. To recognise that you're dealing with difference of two squares is you'll have a minus sign and you'll have one of these numbers. What's significant about the numbers I'm writing on this board right now?
The square numbers.
They're square numbers. They're, what are they? They're 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, 5 by 5, 6 by 6. What number when you multiply it by itself gives you 121? 11. How'd you figure that out?
Square root of 121 is multiplying.
11. X plus 11 and? How would you check if you're right?
X by x.
X squared.
X squared, x by minus 11 minus 11.
X
by
plus 11x and?
21. They cancel it.
And you know you're correct. Okay. Everybody alright with that? So the answer is that part there. Division. We haven't done this in a while. We have not done division. Now, has anybody got their... I want to bring it back to a concept of division. Okay? As an example, imagine, let me see, 23 multiplied by 37, 851. Let's actually make it a bit bigger. 851 divided by 23. Oh, sorry, 850. Imagine 851 divided by 23. And let me show you how you divide. The first thing you do is you compare. You start off by dividing. Everybody agree with that? Step 1, division. Divide 85 by 23. How do you do that? Keep counting up in 23s until you get up towards 85. So you have 23, 46, 69 and 80. Oh, sorry, 90. 92. Does everybody know what I did there?
3 remainder.
So it's going to be, that's once, twice, 3 times and 4 times. So it goes 3 times. Everybody happy with that? Stage 2, multiplication. You multiply the 3 by the 23 to get what? 69. Stage 3, what is it?
Take away, is it?
Subtraction or take away. 85 minus 69?
It's six. Sorry, no,
16, isn't it?
16, yeah.
1, 6, 16. Okay? And then you bring down the 1. Now we keep counting. What happens when we add another 23 on? 105. Another 23. 128. Another 23. 160. 1. And that's 5, 6, and 7. And it goes 37 times. Multiply the 7 by 23, you get 161. Take it away and you get a remainder of 0. The sequence is divide, multiply, take away. Would you agree with that? Divide, multiply, take away. So look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to divide x squared minus 3x minus 10 divided by x minus 5. What's step 1? How many times does x squared get divided by x? No.
3 times, sorry.
No. X squared divided by x.
Just X.
Just x. It's x divided by x, which is x. We've divided. What's the next step?
Multiply.
Multiply. X times x.
X squared.
X times minus 5.
Minus 5x.
Next step after this. Subtract. So you change that to a minus and that to a,
Plus,
because it's already minus. And then x squared minus x squared. Minus 3x plus 5x?
Plus 2x.
Do you have to have opposite signs?
No, you don't have to, it depends on the question. You have to change it though, you have to change the sign when you subtract. Now bring down the 10, what happens?
Plus 2x minus 10.
Okay, start again. Now it's 2x divided by x, which is what?
Just 2x. No, 2.
Plus 2, isn't it?
Yeah, plus 2.
Multiply
X.
Square plus 2x.
now multiply the 2.
Oh, sorry, 2x. Minus 10.
Change the sign. Minus and?
Plus 0.
It's the same question.
Yeah. So the answer is x plus 2.
2.
Now, anybody remember how to factorize? Anybody remember how to factorize? Charlie, you know these, don't you? What's the reference number?
It's 7.
Two numbers.
Minus 10.
Minus 10. And Ryan?
Isn't it x minus 5x plus 2?
Two numbers that will multiply to give you 10, but when you add them will give you,
Minus 3x.
so it's minus 5 and
Plus 2.
plus 2. Alright?
Wait,
If you use 7, I assume 5 by 7 is not 10.
sir.
Yeah?
I don't understand. I thought for it, because I could confuse it. How is that going to make 3x or minus 3x?
What's minus 5 plus 2?
3. Well,
Minus 3. Let me show you. You open up your two brackets, yeah?
yeah.
And you get x minus 5 and x plus 2.
Oh.
If you multiply it back out, Aaron, x by x squared, x by 2, 2x, minus 5 by x, minus 5x, minus 5 by 2, minus 10. What does the middle part add up to? What's 2x minus 5x? So it's actually the same thing, isn't it?
I got confused.
It's alright. How many people got that one out? The bread and butter. That? Guys, that's bread and butter there, guys.
I just, I didn't know the reference number.
Yeah, that is a reference number.
Yeah, I know, I didn't recognize it.
Okay. Okay. I want us to solve this one. We'll do the same thing, guys. We'll take it from scratch, okay? Ben, what's the reference number?
It's minus 10.
Two numbers?
It's minus 5 plus 2.
2. So you change that to x minus 5 and x plus 2. This is a solve question. What does that mean? Solve question.
You have to actually solve.
You gotta find what x is. So it's x minus 5 equals 0 and x plus 2 equals 0 and x equals? And x equals? Okay. Now. Okay. I'm just going to